Hello, my name is Amy Lightfoot. I'm from the British Council in India, and I'm here with Maheshi Weerasuriya from the Ministry of Education in Sri Lanka at the 11th Language and Development Conference. Welcome. Thank you very much for agreeing to be interviewed.
Thank you.
Maheshi took part in our Ministerial Panel, which happened yesterday. There'll be a link to the recording of that session given alongside this video. Maheshi, could I ask you first of all to tell us a little bit about your role in the Ministry of Education?
Thank you, Amy. Right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Then, thank you, Amy. My role is in the ministry. I am the Director of Education, English and Foreign Languages, but we are dealing with administration. We are not teacher educators, but we are helping the students and the teachers of Sri Lanka to develop their language skills, their education, especially in the field of English and foreign languages. This is my role, yes, in the ministry.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And can you tell us a little bit about language policy in Sri Lanka? What's the current scenario?
Yeah, the current scenario is really from the primary cycle, from year 1 to year 5. We have mother tongue education. That means Sinhala. We have 2 languages, mm-hmm. Sinhala and Tamil. Sinhala students must learn Sinhala medium. Tamil students must learn Tamil medium. Mm-hmm. But in the colonial era, our first language was English. Mm-hmm. But later, 1958, we had a Sinhala only policy. Mm-hmm. But now the things different, as you know now. We are after 30 years conflict, but mm-hmm. then we are reconciliation concept. So now we are our education, our language policy is that mother tongue education. We have international and private schools, but in the government schools we have 10,000 government schools in the country. Mm-hmm. So all the government schools we have Sinhala medium education and Tamil medium education.
Okay.
And after primary cycle, from grade 6 onwards, we have a bilingual policy. That means that is also not English medium education. We teach selected subjects in English. Like science, maths and environmental studies, because our tertiary education, university education and higher education. Mm-hmm. In English. So
all of it is in English?
Yes, mostly in English.
Okay, that's interesting.
And people who go to medicine, engineering, they mm-hmm. must learn in English. Mm-hmm. So I think this bilingual policy will help them to pick up easily their studies in that level.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And can I ask you then, the language policy in Sri Lanka, has it been updated recently as a specific focus for the post-conflict situation?
Yes. No, we have a trilingual policy. Mm-hmm. Because it is we introduced second national language. That means every Sinhala student must learn Tamil. Every Tamil student must learn Sinhala.
Right.
I think it's a very good move, because when I was in school, mm-hmm. I didn't have any access to learn Tamil. Mm-hmm. So I do not know Tamil. It's very bad, mm-hmm. actually. So mm-hmm. I am really feeling bad. So most of my Tamil colleagues can speak, because we are they are minority. So
right.
we are majority. So
yeah.
so normally majority people, they learn the other language. So but we do not need. So but now my children, they know the alphabet, Tamil alphabet. So mm-hmm. when they somehow they can manage.
Okay.
So it's a good move.
That's interesting. And so at what point is the second language introduced in the curriculum? So in a Tamil school, at what point will Sinhala be introduced to the students? What year do they start to learn the other language?
Late, yes. It's, around 1990s.
But, sorry, I mean for the children, what year are they in school when they begin to learn the second language as well?
Yeah, from grade 3, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And English, what grade is that introduced?
It's from grade 3.
Also?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Before grade 3, from grade 1 and 2, we have above program. That means activity-based oral English. It's just communicative. I mean, just introduce some words, very little sentences, like how are you, like that.
And songs.
Yes,
and
songs and
like
games. Just introducing the language.
Interesting.
But that not done by English teachers, done by the primary teachers.
Okay. And what about other mother tongues for communities in Sri Lanka? Are there other mother tongues that exist as well? Tribal languages, for example?
Yes, I think one language, indigenous language, but it's very similar to Sinhala. So
okay.
Yes, so we also can understand that.
Right, so they can cope in the school system.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
The school system, they now they go to schools when they learn Sinhala. So, but we have different dialects, but easily we can understand. I mean, Sinhala people can understand any dialect, and Tamil people also can understand. So, it's not a problem.
Right. Okay. Interesting. And in the private sector schools that exist in Sri Lanka, do they exist across the 3 mediums, or do they tend to?
Yes. And the private, we have an international schools and private schools. International schools totally English medium. It's not under the government. It's under the business registration. So we in the ministry, nothing to do with them. Even Sinhala students can go there and as their parents wish. But the private schools, they do local syllabus in English medium. So they, if they like, they can teach in English medium.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
But very few schools. But the most we cater the government schools. It's in 10,000, around 10,000.
Right. Sure. Now it's very interesting to hear about how the language policy has been used as a tool for reconciliation as well. It's very interesting. It's something that came up in one of the plenary sessions yesterday at the end as well, isn't it? And can I just ask you also for your reflections on the conference so far? How are you finding the conference as a whole?
Yes, I am privileged because I can represent my country, and this knowledge I can. When I go home, as cascade, I can do cascade to my teachers when we are organizing workshops, and we have the REST conference next December. So I think I need to create a session with this knowledge, because this is really not English.
Yeah.
Right. This is language learning. About the endangered language, the today's plenary session was really interesting. Osama session. How do the technology connect with the languages? So I think, and the researchers, so many researchers done, and the women's education. The different countries' education, African context, South Indian context, Malaysian context, so Southeast Asian, so South Asian context. So it's really interesting.
It must be, and also to be able to draw parallels between the similarities between countries and also the differences between them.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. And thank you for watching. The Ministerial Panel, as I mentioned, took place yesterday, but the recording of it will be available very soon. Please have a look below for the link to that. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.